Okay guys, it's been a while since you heard from me, sorry about that, but basically after making my last videos, my university sprung a lot of coursework on me that was meant to be in after Christmas, and then they changed their mind and it was in before Christmas, so I haven't had a lot of time for hobby. Today I'm going to be painting this guy up. It's my Sherman V, as the British will call it, Sherman M4A3, as it is called to the Americans. Basically this is as far as assembly is going to go before painting. There's a couple of little detail bits I need to stick in, but I'm worried about them being in the way of the airbrush. I also haven't put the tracks on yet, but basically I want to cover them in pigment, really muddy them up. Like, these are the Irish guards just outside of Caen. It was rainy, it was muddy, etc. Basically I just thought I'd show you this to give you an idea of how you build it. Basically there's metal detailing parts, like this little 30 cal machine gun, the gun barrel for the 75mm, engine hatches and turret hatch. In terms of fixing the model up, there's not much that needed doing. There's a little bit of green stuffing that I needed to do on the back. Basically there's a few air bubbles, and there was a bit of a mould line that basically wrecked a little bit of the tank, but that was probably because of my big sausage fingers. In terms of size, it's to scale with the British boat action guys. I got one here who's headless, but to give you an idea. And I've been next to a Sherman 5 in real life at the Imperial War Museum, and that looks about right to me, so that's pretty cool. Just a few things before I start. I'm going to be trying out a lot of new stuff today. I'm not really the best painter, so don't expect anything amazing, but I have been watching like Manus Augustus Calgar, Warpath Studios, or Paint a Nerd, Gale Painting, Buy Painted, Chuffy, loads of guys actually for ideas on how to paint this and different techniques I can use. So I'm trying out my Neo again today, which worked really well on that razor wing, which I gave to a friend. But basically I'm trying out different pigments. These are going to be for the dirt on the track. There's 3 different shades, so there can be dry mud, wet mud, new mud I suppose. Then I'm trying out this mid-grain marks. Like I said, it was wet, it was muddy, it was rainy, this tank's going to be dusty. I'm trying out oil paints for my shading. Maybe try a couple of weathering things that I've saw on the internet with them. Thanks to Warpath Studios for making sure I got the proper turpentine. As he said, White Spirit can affect the oil paints. I'm trying out AK Interactive for the first time. Basically I want loads of street, because the problem with British tanks is that they're just solid green, so you need something like that to create interest, in my opinion. Okay, and last but not least, I got loads of decals off a guy called Dom's Decals. They're really well priced and they fit this scale perfectly. These are the squad markings, show what squad you're in. Also got these, which my camera probably won't pick up, but basically they're white numbers that show this tank was this number to the War Department. Unit numbers, 53 as the Irish Guards in the Guards Armoured Division, and these little yellow numbers are the weight. So a Sherman, I think, is 30. That's their weight in tons. You stick that on, basically that helped with transport of troops for the guys organising it. They could quickly tell how much tank weighed, how many they could fit on a boat, whatever. And the Armoured Division, basically the reason I've chosen the Armoured Division, if my camera chooses to focus, basically they were founded by a Mason, so that's a Masonic eye right there, which is pretty interesting in my opinion. The reason I've chosen the Irish Guards is because I read a pretty cool story during my studies about a Irish shot guard Sherman. Saw a Tiger tank during Goodwood, knew he couldn't take out a Tiger tank with his 75mm cannon. It's not the best at taking out heavily armoured German tanks, so he just rammed it, immobilised it, ran out and got help. Pretty cool idea. And also Michael Caine plays the commander of the Irish Guards Armoured Battalion in the film Bridge Too Far, and everyone knows a bit of Michael Caine, so wish me luck, and I'll be back in a bit with the finished tank. Okay guys, This is probably as far as I'm going to get today, because we've got to go out for Christmas drinks with my mates in a bit. But basically, what I've done so far is just prime the tank, grey, put some black over the top in certain areas that I want to be slightly darker. Don't really know how well that's translated, but and basically sprayed it with Russian uniform from Vallejo. A great thing you can buy from Flames of War if you're going to do any sort of World War II models is you can buy little packs where you get 6 or 7 paints that relate to your nation. So I bought the British Armour pack. I get Russian uniform, which is the tank colour, English uniform, which is the colour of the infantry's clothing, khaki, beige, which is, you know, webbing, bags, etc. Can't remember what else I got, but I got quite a few. And you can also buy what's called a utility pack, where you get the 12 basic colours, you know, one of every shade, metal, flesh tone, etc. A couple of washes, gloss, and matte varnish. And then basically what I've done here, the battle damage is I've got a simple bit of sponge and put German grey on it, wiped most of it off and just dabbed it all the way around to create like paint chipping. It's not as good as some of the stuff I saw people do with AK, like most notably recently what painting at, but I think it's simple enough to be available to everyone. You can do this without an airbrush, is one of the major points. And basically I've tried to hit the areas where it will be more weathered, like around the turret ring, because paint would chip off any straight edges. On the turret hatch, because basically the guys will be going in and out. Right at the front over here, the engine hatches, because that would chip during maintenance and that. You can probably see some of the grey primer showing through in places, but I'm going to be hitting it with a wash for later once I've painted all the stowage at the back. Yeah.